Okay, so the first thing it says is Bob is opening a store that will sell various kinds of fish and plants for aquariums. To start, he's organizing the fish and plants in the aquariums at the front of the store. He has 24 fish, 18 plants, and 5 fish tanks for the front of the store. He wants to divide the fish among the fish tanks as evenly as possible. He wants to put the plants only in the outer 4 fish tanks. You'll need to use the fish and plant images below to answer some of the questions in this activity. Insert the image into the response areas using the insert image. We're not going to do that, actually. This was quite confusing to try and get this done, so we're going to use F, capital F for fish, and a capital P for plants, okay? All right, so that's going to be easier than trying to insert stuff. So let's look at part A. Well, if you figured it out, you can do it, but if you did not, we're going to do it with the letters instead. So insert the multiple images. So we're going to insert multiple F's and P's to show how we can divide 24 fish into 5 groups. What is the remainder of this division? Hint, group the fish into sets of 5 and count how many sets there are. Okay, so if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fish, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 20. How many am I going to have left that won't go into a complete set? Alex? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So using my strategy here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sets with 4 remainder. So 4 sets with a remainder of 4. We're going to use division instead of the images. So I'm going to pull up this screen here, and I want somebody to talk me through dividing 24. Let me try and find it here first. Oops, did it turn off on me? There we go. Okay. Sometimes my little thing disappears. So I have 24 divided by 5. Okay, somebody talk me through this division right now. Go ahead and do that, Natalie. Okay, so it won't go into 2. It goes into 24 4 times. What do I do next? So 4 times 5 is 20. And then I'm subtracting. 24 minus 20 is? So I have 4, remainder 4. Okay, so in your typing, it's hard to draw what I just drew. So we'll say 25, and we're going to use a backslash for division. 25 divided by 5 equals 4, remainder 4. That's what I'm expecting. Are the answers in part A and part B the same? Are they? Aaron shaking his head yes. Are they the same? What did we do in part A? How did we get the answer there? How do we get the part in part B? What do we do? We just divided. Does anybody know what we did in part A, Dania?
Make groups.
Sure. And so I'm going to call that modeling, okay? So are the answers the same? They are the same.
Oh my goodness.
What? In part A, we modeled. And in part B, we divided. That's what I'm expecting. For the A. Carrington Tolliver. Take the hood off. You don't like what happens next. I'm just telling you that. Now help Bob divide his water plants for the outer 4 aquariums. Insert the images of the, we're not going to do that. We're going to insert the P. How we can divide 18 by 4. So we have shift P. I like the capital. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 16. How many am I going to have left that won't fit into a group, Jordan? 2. All right, so my answer is going to be 4, remainder 2. That's all right. So we're going to use division this time, just like we did before. And hold on. Okay, so we're going to use 18 divided by 4. And Dania, go ahead and talk me through this part.
Okay, so 4 can't go into 1, but 8 can go into 18.
How many times?
4 times.
What's next?
You subtract 16 from 18.
But I have to multiply to get the 16. 4 times 4 is 16, and then I'm subtracting, and I get
2, so it's
okay.
I can't even work with my mouse.
That's okay. I'm using a pen, so what I'm expecting for you is to just say this. Okay, 18 divided by 4 equals 4 remainder 2. Okay, I'm not expecting you to try and do that with your mouse. I think it's very challenging.
Right. Drawing with a mouse
Yeah.
really hard.
No, but like when we have to draw with a mouse, I can't do it.
I know. Well, you can do it.
Especially in science.
You have to practice. I'm actually correcting all of your guided notes now with just the mouse. I used to use the pen, but it was too much of a pain to have to get everything out. So I'm getting so much better at it that I can correct it with my mouse now. So you're not good at it yet. Insert the images of the plant and fish in the space provided to arrange 24 fish and the 18 plants into sets so that each set has the same number of fish and the same number of plants, and there are none left over. In each set, the number of plants does not have to be equal to the number of fish. Write an expression for the total number of fish and plants in each set. So we are trying to find out how many sets, right, we can make so that each set has the same number of fish and the same number of plants, but the plants and fish aren't equal to each other. And so I'm going to tell you that this is going to be a factor situation, okay? So if I have 24 fish, and if I could, I would make a T-chart, but a T-chart's really hard to do when I'm typing. So I'm just going to find the factors of 24. 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6, 5 won't go in and 6 is already there. So those are our factors of 24 and our factors of 18. 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6, 4 doesn't go in, 5 doesn't go in, 6 is already there. So those are our factors. We want to find the greatest common factor. What's the greatest common factor? Shaylin? So it's the biggest number that's in both lists. 6, right. So that means I'm going to have 6 sets, you guys, okay? So think about 6. Oops. If I have 24, how many fish are going to be in each set if I have 6 sets, Jackson?
5.
24 divided by 6 is
3.
24 divided by 6 is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 fish. How many plants am I going to have in 6 groups if I have 18 total? So how much in each group? I have 18 total plants. I need to make groups of 6 groups. How many plants are going to be in each group, Natalie? 18 divided by 6 is 18 divided by 6 is 3. So I'm going to have plant, plant, plant. So that's 1 aquarium. Fish, 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 fish. 4, plant, plant, plant. Fish, 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 fish. Plant, plant, plant. Fish, 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 fish. Plant, plant, plant. That's 4. Fish, 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 fish. Plant, plant, plant. That's 5. Fish, 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 fish. Plant, plant, plant. Okay, that's 6 aquariums with 24 fish that I've divided evenly with nothing left over and 18 plants that I've divided evenly with nothing left over. So in each group, I have to write an expression. Each group is going to have 4 fish plus 3 plants.
You think there's 6 or 5?
There's 6 groups.
Oh. You're 5.
No, I don't.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
All right, that one takes a little while. Using the expression you found in part A. So we have the expression in part A where we had 4 fish plus 3 plants. How can we show the total number of fish and plants? Jackson, what's your idea?
Write the total number of fish and the total number of plants.
We could do that. We could say 24 fish plus 18 plants. What else? It's another idea.
Add them.
What do you mean?
Add the total number of fish and the total number of plants.
So adding 24 plus 18 together. Okay. Anybody else have any other ideas? Okay, so one of the things that you haven't said, but you might have forgotten about, which is why I'm going to put it here. Remember that distributive property idea? We can do this as well, and this is the one I want you to do right now. So we're going to multiply 6 times each of those sets, and we'll get the total number, right? Number of identical sets that you can create by dividing the fish and the plants evenly. I'm going to just say this. The GCF is 6. So we already found the largest by finding the GCF. There were other common factors that we could have done, but we're going to use the GCF. So all I need you to have on that slide is that. Bob bought 24 fish for $51.36. How much did each fish cost him? Show your calculation. So this is going to be a division problem. And actually, this is like the unit rates that we learned about in Unit 1, as well as decimal division. Do you have a question?
No, I answered.
You want to talk through it? Okay. So we have 24 fish for $51.36. If we want to find the price per fish, we need to divide by that second term. That's the unit rate information. So that's what we learned in Unit 1. What we learned in Unit 2 was the division itself, right? So we have 51.36 divided by 24. Okay, when we have a decimal division problem that doesn't have anything outside the divisor, we're just going to put the dividend, the dot right up into the quotient, okay? Okay, Dania's going to talk me through this division. Go ahead, Dania.
So 24 go into 51.
Okay, so it won't go into 5. It goes into 51 2 times. I multiply from up here. You guys don't have to do that. You can multiply over on the side you want. I just think it's easier to multiply from the quotient. So 2 times 4 is
48.
8. 2 times 2 is 4, so 48. Then what?
You subtract 51 from 48.
And you get what? You get 3. Because you have to, when you regroup, you have to cancel that. Okay, that's okay. Then you're going to move down the,
Move the 3 down. So
now
it's
what?
33. So 24 basically. Just come here, buddy.
huh?
I'm confused.
Well, how many times will 24 go into 33?
Once.
Yep, just one time. You're doing fine. 24, when I subtract, it's going to give me 9 here. And this will be 2 minus 2 is nothing. So I'm going to bring down the 6. You want to try this part or you want me to go to Brian? You sure? Brian, can you help her out?
I got the answer.
Tell me what 24, how many times 24 will go into 96?
5, 4,
4 times 4 is 16. Regroup the 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9, with a 0 left over. So what's that say? What does that mean? What did we find? Brian?
$2.14.
Per fish, right. Okay, so I'm going to X out of this, and this is what I want you to have on here, okay? So we took 51 and 36 cents, $51.36. We divided by 24. That's going to equal $2 and what was it, 14?
Yes.
14 cents per fish. All right, that was only part A, you guys.
Oh,
What is a profit? What's profit mean? What's profit mean? Tiana?
Getting money.
Sure. So do I have to get more than I spent, or do I have to get less than I spent, or is it combination? How do I make a profit on something? How am I going to make a profit on these fish? Brian, what do you think?
by selling them for more than what you want.
How much more?
$1.10.
All right. So that means that I just found out that it's $2.14 for every fish, right? And I want to make $1.25.
So you just add this.
I need to add those. When we add decimals, we line them up. 5 plus 4 is 9. 2 plus 1 is 3. Bring the decimal down. 2 plus 1 is 3. So for each fish, it's going to have to cost $3.39 so that Bob can make a profit of $1.25. So what I want you to say is 2.14 plus 1.25 equals 3.39. And that is for students that they were asking what the profit was, but they're actually not.
What is that?
They're asking for the total amount that he's going to get.
Oh.
So we're going to ignore this because we want to get this done. So we're going to multiply 339 times 24. And that's going to give us the amount that he has. 4 times 9 is 36. Regroup the 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 3 is 15. Regroup the 1. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. Put a 0 down. 2 times 9 is 18. Regroup the 1. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. 2 times 3 is 6. All right, so I'm all squishy here, but 6, 13, 11, 8. So it should be $81.36. All right. Remember that because I won't remember it. Okay, so we have 339 times 24 equals, how much did I say? 81, how much? 36? You guys sure?
Yes.
All right, so let me look at the answer. Oh, look at that. We're so smart. Okay.
Wait, I didn't see that.
All right.
What, equal 24?
By the way, 24 cents. That's the answer. Okay.
Oh.
What about a plant that is 5.5 inches high? So I'm going to model this for you because that's who I am. I'm going to do it for you instead of having you do it yourself because we have 1 minute left. 5.5 times 0.24. We ignore decimal points. 5 times 4 is 20. Regroup the 2. 5 times 4 is, or 4 times 5 is 20 plus 2 is 22. Put a 0 down. 2 times 5 is 10. Regroup the 1. 2 times 5 is 10. Plus 1 is 11. Okay, I hope this is right because I did it really fast. 1320.
You did.
Is it sure? You're right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you did it really fast.
Let me see.
No, there's a calculation.
Oh, $1.32. I didn't put the right, darn it, you guys. I didn't put the right decimal point. See, that's what happens when you hurry. So 5.5 times 24 equals 1.32. I just didn't move the decimal